Hello again, tribe. Get down. Get down. You can't be up here right now. Hello again, my lovely tribe. It's your girl, Michelle Jones here. And I'm back. And it's been a while again. So, I have once again been kind of on this like 3-week sabbatical away from YouTube. And I know that was not the plan. The original plan was to pick right back up and keep doing every week and get back into the swing of things. But there has been a lot going on in my personal life. There has been a lot of, I don't want to say drama. It's not drama. It's just real life shit that has been coming up and like getting in the way of being a creator and doing things on the side other than just working my regular job. For today, I have come back with a bang. So I'm hoping you guys really enjoy today's video. It is all about the trip I took with my mom to San Antonio. If you hear a ton of click, click, click in the background and dogs playing, I'm sorry. I'm babysitting 4 dogs right now, one of which is a puppy, and there's just no way to keep a puppy busy as she bumps into the camera. Yeah, that's been my life. So back to the whole San Antonio trip. I had so much fun with my mom. We went to San Antonio, Texas. Originally, we were supposed to go back to New Orleans. And as you all know, if you've been watching this channel for any amount of time at all, I am in love with New Orleans. That's like my spirit city. I swear I've like lived there in a past life or something. I don't know. But there recently, or whenever we were planning our trip, right as we were getting ready to go on the trip, there was, I don't know if it was like a full-blown hurricane that hit around New Orleans, but there was a lot of flooding and a lot of damage right around where we were going to be staying in the hotel and everything that we were going to be staying at. So we decided that since it was within the time span where you can cancel and get a full refund, we canceled with New Orleans and decided to go somewhere new. And basically we decided that, you know, it would be kind of cool if we investigated more of like the haunted Texas locations, because we've lived in Texas our whole lives, but we haven't really explored Texas as much as we ought to since we've lived here forever. So when I was really little, my mom and dad took us to San Antonio, and I barely have like a few memories of the Alamo, but I don't really remember the trip. I was too young. So we decided to go back and have more of a haunted, adult-friendly vacation at San Antonio. We stayed at the Crockett Hotel, and I'm gonna show you little clips of things that we did throughout the whole trip here in a minute. There might be some voiceover and there might not be, I don't know. But anyway, we stayed at the Crockett Hotel, and let me tell you, it was so beautiful. Now I know that is not the most haunted hotel in that little area. There are 2 other hotels there called the Menger Hotel, and I think the other one is called the Emily Rose. If I ever go back, of the 2, I'm probably gonna stay at the Emily Rose just because it used to be a hospital. There's like paranormal activity happening in all 3 locations. We didn't have any paranormal activity at the Crockett Hotel. I've heard a few stories about the Crockett Hotel being haunted, but really that whole area around the Alamo is reportedly haunted just because of all the battles that have taken place there and yada yada yada. But the Menger Hotel definitely has the most paranormal activity reported out of the 3 hotels that are right there. So we stayed at the Crockett because it was the most affordable, but it was beautiful and the rooms were super comfortable. It was such a fun trip, you guys. I had so much fun with my mom. We did so much walking. I didn't think that there was anywhere that I would visit where I did as much walking as we did in New Orleans, but I think we doubled that on this trip. We walked so much. And my dumbass decided to forget my comfortable tennis shoes at home, and so I was walking probably 3-4 miles one way in these like Jesus sandals that I have. And they're rubber. And let me tell you, the blisters and the pain after that first day So thankfully my mom is amazing, and she bought me some like little tennis shoes that I could wear for the rest of the trip, because that was miserable. Never forget your walking shoes. So the Crockett Hotel was amazing. The Riverwalk was beautiful. I have clips that I'm gonna show you, but I also took some really amazing photos with my professional camera that I use for my photography business called Darkest Night Photography. So if any of you would like to see some professional photos of the Riverwalks or the missions, mainly is what I took photos of with that camera, the different missions that we went to. You can head over to Facebook. I'll link it down below. My Darkest Night Photography little Facebook page. Anyway, I finally also got to see Annabelle Comes Home, because there was one day where we didn't have anything really planned to do, and from the Crockett Hotel across the little street was this giant mall that goes down to the Riverwalk, and on the top level of the mall was an AMC theater, and this was the nicest theater I've ever been in my life. We went in, the chairs were these giant, I mean they were leather, so that kind of irritated me, but they were these giant squishy soft chairs with these giant armrests and this little mechanized foot thingies so you could lean all the way back, and it was lovely. It was amazing. And the movie wasn't bad at all. I'm gonna probably do the movie review on a separate video so it doesn't take too much time out of this video. But needless to say, we did some good shopping. We also went on a ghost tour, or a haunted tour, with the Sisters Grimm, which is so sad because I still have a bag from their store. I don't know if y'all can see that or not. But they have this little shop right outside of the mall where we were staying, and we met at the store, and let me tell you, it was so hard not to buy everything in their store. In fact, I bought this little guy at the store. I named him Antonio for San Antonio. So I loved it so much. Their little store has so much to do with like Dia de los Muertos and sugar skulls and just creepy stuff. I've also bought a bumper sticker there that says "Beware the hitchhiking ghosts," because that's just my life. It's just my life. But probably the highlight of the entire trip was the ghost walk, and then when we visited the different missions. Like we started with the Alamo, of course. But it's so very crowded that it's hard to get kind of like a haunted feeling from the Alamo, even though I'm sure it is haunted. But we also went and visited all the different missions along the Mission Trail in San Antonio. And I think there's four other ones besides obviously the Alamo. And they were beautiful. Like, let me tell you, they were gorgeous. And even though I went in preparing for kind of like this overall feeling of sadness just because of what they represent, I found so much peace in these places. There were a couple that definitely gave me a haunted vibe. Like I just felt like I was being watched so much in two of those locations. But the first one we went to was, I forget what it was, Mission Concepcion. And that's the one we actually walked like 3 to 4 miles to get to, and ended up taking a bus back because we were just so, no, never again, never again. But that one was so beautiful. And again, if you want to see any professional photography of these locations, I have those photos up on my Facebook page at Darkest Night Photography, and I will link it down below. But yes, at the missions, there were gift shops, and I kind of went a little bit crazy because, as you guys know, all things Catholic I'm obsessed with, and I love and I adore. Even though I myself am not Catholic, I just love all the symbology. That's weird, symbolism, whatever. So I got me my mom got me, because she's awesome. I got me a genuine rosary. It was actually blessed with rose water, and it like literally still smells like roses every time I put it on, which is awesome. I got a giant, what I call a giant house rosary for my house. I pray with this one a lot, especially if me and Casey are going through some issues, or if I'm having issues with work, or if we've gone through a big fight, just to kind of like calm the energy in our space. There's that. I bought this little, it sounds kind of off because it needs to be tuned, but I bought this little, I don't even know what it is, but it's a musical instrument, and I mainly bought it for Casey because he does all sorts of things with musical instruments, and I thought he could use it for the kids. And of course my sugar skull. We also went to this amazing place called the Rainforest Cafe, and I don't think I got any video inside because I seem to remember there being a sign saying no video of the inside because there's a lot of stuff going on inside. But we did get little glasses because we had the most amazing, what were they? Strawberry mojitos? Oh my gosh. And the best food. Now they're a little bit higher end price wise, but it was amazing. It was great. And then of course I also got this little holy water holder for holy water, and I feel like such an a-hole because I was right there at the missions, and each mission has mass and each mission has holy water there, and I didn't fill it up while I was there. So now I'm planning a trip to one of my local Catholic churches to see if I can put some holy water in it. Anyway, but before I ramble on too much, let's get into these clips. Oh, that's awesome.
Cozy.
Oh, I like it.
Which bed do you want?
I don't care. Whichever one you don't want.
It's nice because we got the sink outside the extra bathroom.
Yes. That's about to fall over. No one judge me. It's okay, you can judge me. It's alright. Really? That's cool. Probably really old. Say hi to the people. Are you excited to be here?
I am very excited to be here. Look at that. Feed me, see.
That's exactly what I thought. It is so pretty.
See this one? Think so?
No, it's a mission, which is even cooler.
St. Joseph Church.
Oh, it's a church.
Oh, look, there's an apple.
You stop that. You're messing up my shot. I'll cut you. I always say I'm gonna get pictures some and then I get a video instead.
the Alamo because it represents the price of freedom and the cost. But the dead also treasure the Alamo. So the next time you visit, now, you sit or stand before the Emily Morgan Hotel, and before I get going on this one, I want to share that this is my favorite building on the entire tour because it's gorgeous. Like, you just don't see buildings like this built anymore in this cookie cutter world that we live in. So
Say hi. Say hi. Hi. So that was the trip, you guys. I hope you enjoyed. I know before we started that, I totally forgot to mention that we went to the Ripley's Believe It or Not Museum of Oddities and then like the Wax Museum. But that Museum of Oddities was the most amazing thing ever. Seeing like the old relics, the old voodoo tools, the old like, oh, it was so amazing to me. I thought it was like the shrunken heads. Oh, that was so cool. And they had a really neat little gift shop there as well. So all those places that I went to, I definitely highly recommend. We didn't go to one place that whole time that I wouldn't recommend to someone who was going. Now, of course, we went to a lot of like the cliche touristy places, but I definitely recommend going and getting your history lessons at the Alamo and the other missions. And the San Fernando Cathedral is also there, and we actually stopped by it on our ghost tour with Sisters Grimm. So I definitely recommend visiting there. We would have visited there and gotten more video, but the day that we decided to walk all the way over there, they were having a giant funeral, and I didn't want to be disrespectful trying to film while they were having a funeral, so that happened. But anyway, the Riverwalk is worth it by itself, so if you are in San Antonio or if you're planning a trip to Texas, I highly recommend checking out San Antonio while you're here, if it's near where you're gonna be. So yeah, I love you all. I hope you are having a fantastic month, year, and life. And I will see you guys back hopefully next week, and that's it. So yeah, bye.